Hello, hello, YouTube. Hello. I would say hello, Twitch, but that is not the case. Similar to last week, I am recording this session of episodes here. So for the next 5 episodes, it's just going to be recording. You know, no chat, no nothing like that. So go and get into it. There might, be some cuts here and there if I need them, but it's going to be me and y'all. And it's been a minute. I missed my Tuesday stream. This is water, by the way. If anybody's wondering, just some sparkling water. I missed my Tuesday stream. Oh. I missed my Tuesday stream. I had some work stuff that I had to go attend to. So I missed Tuesday. And it is currently Saturday. This is the first real downtime that I've had since about Sunday. So I thought this would probably be the best time for me to get some recording in. So I'm doing that. I apologize if maybe my voice is a little loud or the game is a little loud. It's getting a little tricky to figure out exactly how loud everything should be. You know, as I adjust how I talk, the gain of my microphone, the gain of the game audio, all that stuff. It's a little hard to tell how loud exactly everything should be, so apologies if anything's a little off today, or this week really, but I'll tend to it eventually. So what are we doing in this game today? Been a minute, kind of forgotten exactly what we're doing. I'm remembering we fought Sledge last week and killed him. We got his shotgun, which was what I was just using just a minute ago. And I think we're about to get into New Haven. I don't think this is the spot we need to be in. I'm pretty sure we need to go travel somewhere else to go get that done. But we're about to get into New Haven after maybe 1 or 2 more quests. And we have some side quests to do in the meantime. So we're going to do all of that. That is a soldier class mod, so that is not for us. Right? Alright, what can we do in the meantime? Is this a quest item? What is this? Yeah, it says insult to injury. What is this? Oh, I thought it would come with some audio or something. So what should we do right now? I think we should probably do a lot of side quests like we usually do before the main quest. Just keep it consistent. Oh, we're level 20. Oh, cool. Just got an achievement for that too. Alrighty. What can we get done before we head out to that main quest then? If we just stay in the Badlands, it looks like we can get a couple done. We gotta go find a man named Bruce, and we gotta go finish the rest of those skulls. We gotta go pick those up eventually. Yeah, like I said, I won't get into it too much, because I did just talk about it while I was recording Terraria, so I don't want to sound like a broken record too much. But if you want to hear about that, go watch that. But it's been a while since I've been able to record. I believe I recorded on Sunday. I recorded some balloons that day. Maybe something else that I can't remember at the moment. And it's been up until now that I've not recorded or streamed. So I'm a little... I don't want to say rusty. It's not like I just lost all my abilities after a couple days, but, you know, I guess I'm just not quite fresh like I usually am. Seems like we're getting a lot of lag, too. I don't know what that's about. I guess my computer could just be hot. It is 3:30 in the afternoon right now, so it's about as hot as it's going to be today. And I did already record some stuff earlier. I recorded some Terraria, like I said. But what was I saying? I was saying I won't get into it too much, because I don't want to sound too much like a broken record. But I had some work stuff that I had to go to this week, and as you can tell, just even, you know, recording, my computer doesn't always want to cooperate with me. So streaming has been on pause for a minute, because I always get disconnected, or we have a lot of lag issues or something like that. Oh my gosh, what is happening? So that's, yeah, been on pause for a minute. Other than that, I've been working on some projects. I know you can probably hear my dog right now dying in the background, like he usually is. I don't know why, but he likes to be in my room while I record. Not that that's unusual, but you'd think it's just kind of boring, just hearing my voice and no gameplay audio for 2 hours, but whatever. Yeah, I had some work stuff to attend to. I've been working on projects, and Twitch is just kind of uncooperative. So, streaming has been on pause for a minute. Recording, it's not on pause necessarily, but I'm just not adhering to any consistent schedule because of work for the most part. But like I said, today is my off day. I have some time today, so I'm just going to knock out some Borderlands while I can. The Terraria session went well. I was able to get all of that done and made some good progress there, so I'm assuming I'm going to be able to get through this entire session without any issues, but we will see. Looks like we gotta go find some cigars. I haven't been reading the text. I probably should be doing that now that we're kind of moving on to a new chapter in the game, kind of. For a while, it's just been taking care of Nine Toes and taking care of Sledge, but now we should probably move on to, or we should start reading text because we're moving on to a new part of the game. Excuse me. I'm gonna hope this lag kind of resolves itself eventually. Maybe after we load into a new part of the game. It's gonna be annoying to deal with that for a couple of hours. It kind of defeats the point of why we even started this game in the first place, to be honest with you. But again, today could just be, you know, really hot. So, I'm not really sure. Hope y'all have had a good week. As you could probably tell, mine's been pretty chaotic. besides all of that stuff I've already, said or mentioned at least, I do have some new stuff for Twitch that I need to start working on. I did talk about this in Terraria, so I guess if you want to hear about that in a little bit more detail, go watch that video. Should be the first one for this week. Episode 146, I believe, for Terraria. Maybe 151. Somewhere around that number. But on Twitch, I now have the ability to use emotes, bits, and channel points, which I didn't have before. And it's pretty exciting, to be honest with you. I don't really know what I'm going to do with all of that right now, because it kind of was just thrust upon me out of nowhere. And while I do want to keep streaming, and I do want to get back onto streaming hopefully tomorrow, because I don't want to, unlock all of these features and then just stop streaming for like a month just because it's hot, you know what I mean? So I want to get back into streaming so I can use those features, but I don't really have artwork or animations to use for the emotes or the notifications or anything like that. So, while I get used to streaming and working at the same time, I'm going to be having to develop emotes, which I think is going to be a little tricky. It's exciting, but it is going to be tricky for me, I think. I'm not an artist like that. I did have some ideas that I wanted to develop over time, but I kind of put those on the back burner because I didn't think I'd be, reaching that status yet. I'm not quite affiliate, so I'm not quite sure why they gave me those features right now. But, if you stream on Twitch or if you're familiar with the process of like growing as a small streamer on Twitch, then you guys know once you hit affiliate, then you get access to all that stuff. But like I said, I'm not quite an affiliate yet, so I don't really know why I got that stuff early, but I'm not really complaining. If I would have known that was going to happen, I would have started working on that stuff earlier. But it's alright. Alright, we roll with the punches. Alright, there's that quest done. Easy enough. That was the last one in the Badlands. I think we should probably do this one next, because that other side quest is in the same area that the main quest is in, so we could probably get those done at the same time if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and turn this in. It's probably going to be the bounty board again, or maybe the claptrap at the very least. Now, tomorrow, I do plan to catch up with the rest of my stuff that is in the backlog. I've got some balloon stuff to take care of. About an hour and a half worth. Alright, just make sure my chair is at the right height. I feel like I'm a little short today. Maybe not. I think I'm just tripping. Yeah, I've got some balloon stuff to catch up with. And some Astria stuff to catch up with. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. And I do have a balloon stream that I need to do. I guess if, if worse comes to worse, I'll just move that stream to like Monday. And do that before or after work or something like that. But I would like to get a stream in again so I don't maybe lose those features that I have access to. I don't really know how that works, but I'm assuming if you don't have data for streams for like 2 weeks or something like that, maybe a month, maybe they start to take those privileges away, because I'm not quite an affiliate yet. I don't know. I don't really want to find out, though, to be honest with you. Alright, what are we doing now? Gotta do this, Headstone Mine quest. And I'm assuming, for some reason, we still don't have fast travel available to us. Now that I think about it, it might be because we're not in New Haven yet. So there's probably some kind of quest line, like I was saying earlier, to get those active. I wasn't quite sure when that was going to happen, but it would make sense for that to be pretty soon here. So we gotta go. Where? We have to cross over here somewhere. Looks like we can cross right here, maybe? Seems alright. Looks like we're going to where Sledge was to go destroy something. Assuming we're, like, destroying the infrastructure that he had in his operation or something like that. Like I said, I should probably start reading that text again before I just completely lose where we are in terms of plot and lore. So work has been good. Like I mentioned probably like 10 times now, I did start working this past week. I started on Thursday. So I've worked 2 days with the students. But nothing crazy. Obviously we still, the rest of the year ahead of us. But so far it's good. There's no like incidents with the students or the teachers or anything like that, so I don't think nothing out of the ordinary for a school. The kids are a bit rambunctious, a bit loud, but I mean, what else do you expect for some kids that just got off a summer break, right? And they're coming to an after-school program. I don't really expect them to sit down, be in uniform, and listen as if we were like some military drill instructors. But yeah, nothing crazy. Everything's going well so far. Pretty excited to work the rest of the year. I think we have a few more employees working, so like, we're having the help with the kids that we didn't have last year. We had, a good amount of employees last year, but I think we have a few more. So it's just that much more help. And other than that, I don't know. It's a cool job. I don't know. trainings were a bit boring, if I'm honest. I mean, nobody really wants to go to training that badly, even if you do get paid. Where is this guy? Oh, he must be up there. Nobody really wants to go to training, but obviously at some point, you gotta go and do that stuff. The chairs were just kind of uncomfortable to sit in. There was like no space between them, so I was kind of like smushed up against my coworkers in a bad way. Oh my god. Come on. You got me down in the worst place possible here. Come on. And yeah, I just kept getting like sore back, a sore butt, sore legs during the meetings because we were sitting down for so long. We just had to listen to the speakers talk about some obvious stuff that obviously they just have to do because it's part of like the law that they have to give out a certain amount of training every year. And we have to listen to it because we have to make sure nobody touches some kids or nobody like posts some kid on their social media. I mean, I guess that applies to me, probably especially, but I'm not gonna go around posting kids on Twitch. Come on now. Ridiculous. But that's all done now, so got through it. Okay, this lag is starting to get a little bad here. Do not kill me again, please. At least not in the same way you did just a minute ago. Okay, we're good. There's something about these quests, these kinds of quests, in any Borderlands game, really, that I just really don't like. Where they have you go through a main, like, major story area that you just went through for a main quest, and they have you go back through it again just to get some random BS done like this. They do that all the time in Borderlands 2. It's so annoying. Kind of forgot about it. They don't do it that much in Tina's, but as far as I know, in like the pre-sequel they do it. Borderlands 3, honestly, I can't quite remember, but I know at least in the pre-sequel and number 2 they do it quite often. So. Seems like we might be seeing that again in this game, unfortunately. But this is like the first time they've had us do this, so I don't really know. This one's not quite as egregious as some other ones either. Sometimes they have you go through the entire area again and do some like random stuff, and they like add enemies for you to fight, so it's even harder than the first time. This one's not so bad. Looks like we can just leave. And I was right, we did destroy his operation here, so I guess not even Sledge's henchman can continue his work now. Alright, we don't really need, like, any of the stuff here. Our weapons are quite good as they are, so we'll just keep those. We go ahead and turn this in, and I think the last one, the last side quest, is the one that I was just talking about, the one that is concurrent with the main quest, so. In all likelihood, we're probably going to get the main quest done first, and then move to the side quest. Let's see. See how we're going to do it. Man, don't get me stuck on the loading screen. Come on. Game does not have loading times this long. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, there's no way we don't unlock the fast travels once we get to New Haven, because I already know we're going to pick up some more side quests. They're probably going to have us go all the way back to the Badlands and Firestone just to pick up like an Echo log and then go all the way back to New Haven. Like, come on, don't make me do that. I'm assuming the game's really just starting, so there's probably plenty of other areas that we're going to travel to in just a moment. So I'm really hoping it's not a bug and we just have a quest to do. Let's start getting through this stuff here. Okay, this is the main quest. Let me read this. Oh. Oh, nice. Complete all missions in the arid Badlands. Okay, so scratch what I just said. Apparently we're not going to come back over here, because there's no more quests to do over here. Or at least we're not going to pick up any quests over here anymore. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so what do we have here for the quest? You showed up at just the right time. Bandits decided to lay siege to the last chance watering hole to the south, and my friend Lucky is trapped inside. He called me for help just before you showed up. I wasn't sure what to do, but you're here now. Please go help my friend. Yeah, sure, no problem. And then we have Big Game Hunter, which is the side quest. Apparently we got these from the same guy, that Ernest guy out in the headland. So he says, see all those giant bones? Dug them up myself. I thought these creatures were extinct until down at the Wellspring Bluff, I came across a skag bigger than I had ever seen. It's a diet of cesium cactus, renner fuel, and of course, human flesh. Seems to have endowed it with incredible mutations. Truly, Skagzilla is a marvel of adaptation and survival. So I want you to go kill it and acquire some bait. Lure it out and kill it. Sure. No problem. Seems easy enough. This is like the fourth skag that we've had to kill. The fourth unique skag. We had Marley, we had Mo. I think there was one more in the Skag Gully, right? Unless I'm misremembering. Maybe not. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe if you count Nine Toes' skag pet. But I think he had 2 of them, so maybe this is the 5th skag that we have to kill.